Hey, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to Upkick MMA episode 269. I am Brendan. All right, UFC Fight Night, Mackenzie Dern versus Angela Hill. We're going to be taking care of the prelims here, breaking down those fights, all right? We're talking about Borshchev versus Maheshate, Kowalkiewicz versus Demopolous, and the rest of the prelims. We're going to break them all down round by round. Talk about the decisions and the fun finishes that we had here. Real quick before we get into it, I'd appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it. Let you know when the next video is coming out. I would love if you guys did that. So if you're looking for a specific breakdown, timestamps are down below. Without further ado, let's get it started, homie. All right. Viachelsav Borshchev. Slava Claus. God, I love that guy's nickname. I love his dance that he does at the end. I love all this stuff. So much fun to watch. And also Maheshate. What are you doing, man? What do you share? What do you sting? 2 names. You need 2 names. If this is offensive or somehow cultural, I apologize. I just figure, like, it's always weird to me when you see a guy or a woman with 1 name. It's very strange. Anyway, Maheshate landed a nice right hand, but Borshchev was landing some good low kicks. He had a good one to the body at one point. Borshchev was moving forward, landing some good shots, keeping the volume up. Close fight so far with both guys landing their mark, but Borshchev was just landing more often. This was like halfway through the first round. But Borshchev started land. He landed 2 hard body kicks. Borshchev landed the right hand and dropped Maheshate before the end of the round. He was already out on the front, but that secured it. 10-9 in my opinion. Maheshate was trying to press forward, but he's taking counters, and he was not able to land with power when he was landing. Borshchev moved forward. He was able to dodge his shots that were coming back at him. He dropped him with a left hand, and then Borshchev dropped him with the right hand and got the finish. Excellent fight, fun to watch. This second round was a blast. First round was a blast. I highly recommend it. If you did not go watch the prelims, I recommend watching at least this one. Okay, there's some other good ones that were fun to watch too, but this one was definitely worth watching. Don't sleep on this. Borshchev's fun to watch, man. All right, Karolina Kowalkiewicz taking on Vanessa Demopolous. Kowalkiewicz, once fought for the title. She fell off after that, and she's had a little bit of a bounce back since then. So it's kind of nice. She fought for the title after 3 straight wins in the UFC. Fought for the title back in 2016. After that, she lost to someone who, was good at the time, but then had some wins over people, and then went on a 5-fight losing streak. From 2018 to 2021, she didn't get a single win in any of those years. From 2019 to 2021, right? Going through. But she lost to Jessica Andrade, Michelle Waterson-Gomez, Alexa Grasso, Yan Xiaonan, Jessica Penne. Penne one was bad. That's a bad win, a bad loss. But the losses to Alexa Grasso, who's the champion now, Yan Xiaonan, who should be fighting for the title, Michelle Waterson-Gomez, who's, excellent, and especially back then, excellent as well, and then Jessica Andrade, who is a perennial title contender, right? She's only fought the best of the best. Anyway, she takes on Vanessa Demopoulos here. Demopoulos started with the low kicks. Karolina caught one of them, tried to kick her layout, didn't get it, but landed some decent right hands in the process. Kowalkiewicz was landing with these volume combos. She was just landing so much offense. She also landed these hard right hands. She landed a couple of them here. Kowalkiewicz landing the elbow on the break, then a right hand. Karolina slipped out of range for most of the shots and then followed up with some great counters of her own. Karolina landing more and doing more damage in this first round, 42-28 in favor of Kowalkiewicz. And I felt like she landed plenty of hard shots. Obviously, Demopoulos hits hard, but Kowalkiewicz did plenty there. Obviously, 10-9 for her. Second round here, Karolina landing a hard jab, then using a hard right hand, just landing these so much. Demopoulos was just one step slower and slightly out of range most of the time. Karolina was looking smooth. She's just so in control. I had her up 20-18. Second round here, 55-22 for significant strikes. Last round, Demopoulos pulled guard to start the round. Nice try, something to do, but did not work. Karolina stayed. They got back up. She stayed safe, using the jab keeping her distance. Demopolous was swinging wild, but those aren't landing. Karolina just keeping the volume and then landing on her face, and it just was doing the work. 42-18 in this last round. She landed a lot, avoided most of the damage coming back at her. Excellent win for Kowalkiewicz. I honestly, I think she looks better than she ever has, and she's beating people that she should beat. It's just going to be whether or not she can keep it together when she goes up in level. I still think she has plenty of weaknesses. I think she's still hittable, and at the higher levels, there's going to be people who are going to be taking advantage of that, and they can hit hard too. And that's one thing that really does get her. People who hit hard and can find that chin. Moving on, Orion Cosce versus Gilbert Urbina. This one was interesting. The stoppage was interesting. Not bad, just interesting, right? So Cosce entered with the right hand, but Urbina just kept landing that left hook, making Cosce slip. Urbina was walking forward, landing some really good combos. Cosce landing the hard left hook, but Urbina stayed up in his face, got the takedown. Urbina got the mount, landing a decent amount of ground and pound for the rest of the round. 34-10 in favor of Urbina. 10-9 round for him. Urbina with good range management. Apparently, Cosce either broke a rib or hurt his rib in between rounds, so it's clearly given him a problem. Urbina landed a front kick to the body that made Cosce stagger back. Then he landed another body kick, and that was the end of it. The way why it was a stoppage is where he just crumpled up and he went to defend himself. But that you can always stop it like that. He's clearly not intelligently defending himself. I'm okay with that. That was a good stoppage, and there's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. Ilir Latifi versus Rodrigo Nascimento. Split decision here. Oddly enough. Nascimento walking him down. Latifi ducking the head down, throwing overhands. Left hand from Nascimento landing well. Ilir still throwing those overhands, not landing as flush as he should be. Ilir was landing the low kicks and landed some hooks to the body. Nascimento did more damage in this round, but neither guy was landing anything crazy. 34-28 in favor of Nascimento. See, it wasn't like a crazy one-way striking endeavor here. So 10-9 go to Nascimento. Second round here, Ilir landing the hard low kick, landing a big right hand. Then he gets a takedown, landing some small ground and pound for the rest of the round. So he had plenty of control time in here, 2 minutes and 12 seconds. He did not outstrike him, only 11-15, but nothing that Nascimento threw out really damaged Latifi. So you got to give him credit for something. And Nascimento was nowhere near finishing the fight, whereas Latifi in that control position, I guess technically would be considered closer, and his total strikes were higher because some of them on the ground. So 38-17 total strikes. Nascimento moving forward as usual. Ilir landed a big left hand, then Nascimento landing one of his own, making Latifi blink. So I had it 19-19, by the way, going into the third. Making him blink a bit. Nascimento being super conservative, and Latifi just isn't aggressive until the takedown attempt. He's super aggressive during that takedown attempt, and that was it. Somehow Latifi grabbed the shorts and lost position because of it. He got yelled at about it by Herb Dean. Latifi went to the body lock, taken down, working hard with a minute 50 seconds left. Latifi didn't do enough with the grappling in this round, but the striking from him down the stretch could steal it. He did land a few really good left hands that could steal it. It didn't steal it from me. I still gave it to Nascimento. He did outstrike him 19-10 in this last round. If you look at the judges' scorecards here, nope. All right, Nascimento getting the judges' scorecard, getting the first and third round from Saul D'Amato and Derek Clearly. Jacob Montalvo is the only one who gave Ilir Latifi that last round. So Derek Clearly and Saul D'Amato scored it exactly how I did. Now, does that mean I'm horrible because I agreed with these guys? Absolutely not. They get that stuff. They get the stuff right sometimes too. Derek Clearly has been much worse than Saul D'Amato. I feel like Saul's been on his shit lately, and I appreciate it. All right. Chase the Pooper Hooper. That's not his nickname. Chase the Dream Hooper versus Nick Fiore. Is it Fiore? Uh-oh. Now I don't remember. Hooper was really aggressive with the striking as usual, even though his head doesn't move. But he was very aggressive in this one. Hooper was tying up the legs, but he didn't get anything from it when he was trying to go for submissions with on the feet. Or sorry, on the legs, going for like a calf slicer and things like that. Nothing worked there. On the feet, Hooper landed some really some nice tight hooks with Fiore backing up. Holy shit, Hooper just laid out some crazy hands to end the round. I just wrote down wow. He landed so much, 60-17 for significant strikes. His offense was insane. He just kept throwing stuff out, but he just doesn't hit hard. That's why he wasn't able to get the finish. Hooper right hand, and he is just. He's just right in on the second round here. He's just immediately doing damage right away. And Hooper leading in with the elbow. Every time he would like lean in, it looks like he was leading with his head, but he's actually leading with his elbow, landing 3 or 4 shots to follow up. Hooper landing a heavy front kick to the body. Another heavy damage round for Hooper, 56-15 in favor of Hooper. And the last, so I had 20-18. Last round here, Fiore got the takedown, but Hooper was throwing up triangle attempts. Hooper landed some volume again, landing a hard left hand, with some low kicks. He even got the takedown and laid down some ground and pound all the way to the end of the fight. So I had it 30-27 in favor of the Hooper. And, his last round was the striking differential was the smallest, 33-19, but still in his favor. And I feel like he landed some of the hardest shots in that round. Dude, he looks better. All right, so I would like to talk about his development here. So I was critical of the damage he took against Steve Garcia, against the damage he's been taking pretty much against everybody. And I was critical of his team. I still am. I think he has a lot of natural abilities. He's just not the strongest. He's not the fastest. You got to work with what he has, and I think he's learning to do that, but he's still going to get lit up on the feet if he keeps doing this shit. Now, that being said, maybe this style of in-your-face, throw, duck under, throw, duck under, overwhelm you with volume allows him to get in these grappling situations where he excels, then I'm a fan of it. I just don't want to see the kid get his ticket punched when he's freaking 25 years old. Natalia Silva versus Victoria Leonardo. This is another weird stoppage. Not bad, but weird. Silva's fast. She's throwing a lot out there with her combos, ending with hard kicks, often up top and to the body. Silva with the knockdown from the left hook. Silva kept landing, and Leonardo just didn't want to fight anymore. She took too much damage. She landed like 2 kicks to the head, and then Leonardo was like, I'm done with this. So what was weird was Leonardo just was still defending, and Silva didn't follow up, but clearly Leonardo didn't want to be in there. Referee saw something, and I'm glad he stopped it when he did. It was interesting to see that. It's very rare that you will see someone kind of just quit, but that's what we saw. And I'm not criticizing her. Obviously, she knows what her body's telling her better than I do. She might have a broken nose. She might just, have taken so much damage to the face she can't think straight. Either way, not criticizing her. It's weird. You don't see that very often. Takashi Sato versus Themba Gorimbo. Gorimbo right in on the takedown attempt. 3 minutes of attempts. And then Sato gets his own takedown, but loses position. Gorimbo takes it back. That's pretty much the rest of the round. Gorimbo didn't land much damage, 7-3. Didn't really go for submissions or anything. Just had control time, 4 minutes of it. So he gets the first round 10-9. Gorimbo landed a huge right hand that made Sato drop back. Sato worked his way back up. Sato got with the head and arm toss and gets on top of his own. More Gorimbo going for takedowns against a cage, 20-18 in favor of Gorimbo. Last round here, Gorimbo holds him down until the last 20 seconds when Sato gets up to lay out some ground and pound, some damage, but it's nothing. So in this last round, he held him down for 4 minutes. In the second round, he held him down for 3 minutes and 20 seconds. First round, he held him down for nearly 4 minutes. The point is, this fight was not worth watching. You're more than welcome to skip it. I think Gorimbo has plenty of cardio and some really good skills. It's going to be fun watching him go forward. I don't know if he's going to be the most exciting fighter. Okay, we'll have to see. We'll see what happens. But I think he's got a certain skill set and a certain style that's not the most fan friendly. All right, that is it for the prelims. You're looking for the main card, the main event stuff. That's in the last video. I appreciate you if you guys go watch that. If this is the only video you watch this weekend, I appreciate y'all. Subscribe to the channel so the next video is coming out. Let me know what you guys thought of the fights. Did you guys honestly, this might be a card that a lot of people are gonna skip. I get it. I get it a lot. I just don't skip cards, and there are some fights on here that are worth watching. I do recommend going back and watching some of the finishes. Go back and watch some of the exciting fights. And then maybe if you're, into rankings and how people are advancing and looking at how they're going to do going forward, I recommend going and watching those ones. Like obviously the main event with Mackenzie Dern. I think Slava Claus is fun to watch. So, and then Diego Ferreira versus Michael Johnson, Joaquin Buckley, the whole main card, I think, minus the Shabazi and Hernandez. No, that was fun to watch. I think the main card would be fun to watch, but I'll let you guys do you. I appreciate y'all. If you made it this far, it means a lot to me. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you for your time. Love y'all. Have a great week.